Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It is Thursday morning and I am out for my first walk of the day. I try every morning to get 2 to 3 miles in, and later on in the day I walk more. I'm on my feet all day, so I get additional steps in doing that. And then at the end of the day, I'll look at my tracker and see where I'm at, and if I feel like it, I'll go for another walk so that I can hit that goal. My hair's sticking out. I'm wearing, check it out, YouTube sent me a hat. The YouTube logo. I think it's pretty cool, don't you? It's got the little notification bells on it and everything. So definitely not as warm as my black hat that I wear with the pom-pom on top. That hat is really warm. It's fleece lined, but I thought I would wear this today just because. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go and finish my walk here. All right, we are getting ready to go for a ride, and I want to show you in the daylight the color of this little machine. So it's like a candy apple red. And so we want to ask you guys help for something. Ed wants to name his little...
right there's a couple.
Can you hold it for a second while I get in? We have a few names in mind that we want to name this thing. And we want to see what you like. Or maybe you have a suggestion and we might go with your name. So the names that we have so far picked out are Red Rider, right?
Big Red.
Big Red.
Red.
Red. Where's the seatbelt? I can't find it.
Red Sled.
Red Sled. Ed's Red Sled. I don't know. Red Rockets. Blaze. I came up with that one. Red Rider. I think I already said that. So we have some names there. Pick what you like. And maybe you have a suggestion. It's a beautiful red. And it's fast and it's little and it's mighty. So Sapphira's going for the first ride. Here we go. Comment down below. What do I do?
Drive it like a car, but you put on the brake, push drive. I-H.
Okay, this is the brake, this is the gas.
Pretty basic.
Drive.
H-I. Yeah.
High.
That's it.
All right.
Dash it. Okay.
Why ain't it going nowhere?
It will. You gotta hit it. You gotta push it.
All right, I'm scared. All right. Yay. I don't know where to go, so you'll have to tell me.
It'll take you right out to the lake. Stay to the right when it splits off. Not that right.
Woo, this is fun. All right, you don't have to keep recording. You can just hit the little... It is 11:30. Haven't had anything to eat yet, just my coffee this morning. So I am in the mood for something different for breakfast, believe it or not. I'm not going to be having porridge today. Last night when we came home from picking up Ed's side-by-side, we had went to dinner, and I showed you my salad that I had for dinner at the restaurant. And then we got here and Ed's hunting buddy came in from hunting, and I knew he was hungry and we didn't make dinner. So I asked him if he wanted a BLT. So I made him a BLT sandwich. And ever since I made that last night, I have been craving a BLT. So I'm gonna show you how I am gonna make a BLT wrap and make it low carb. Air fry my bacon. I have it over there getting ready to go into my little air fryer. But first I'm going to make some cottage cheese flatbread. I'm going to double the recipe because I want to make 2 in case Ed wants to have one. And if he doesn't have that, then I can just put it in the refrigerator and meal prep it for another day. So this has like chocolate protein powder on it from when I made a protein shake. So yeah, let me rinse this off and I'll be right back. My little blender cup. And I don't know, can you see my blender over here? You can see my blender, right? So I just have you sitting right now on my cookbooks. So yeah, fancy filming going on here. So in this little personal size blender, I'm just gonna use this because it's easy. I'm going to put 1 cup of, actually 2 cups of cottage cheese. Normally, if I'm gonna do just 1 flatbread, I would do 1 cup of cottage cheese and 1 egg. But since I'm gonna double it, we're gonna do 2. I always try to keep cottage cheese in the refrigerator because it is a great food to have on hand if you wanna have a quick side to go with your meat, or if you need to just boost your protein intake for the day, or if you just wanna have a nice snack. Cottage cheese is great for that. So I'm gonna put 2 cups. I hope that's not gonna overload this little blender. I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna break 2 eggs into here. You can also put, wow, I'm really pushing it with this. I should have used the big blender for this. I'm gonna put some salt in here. You can also put like Italian seasoning or something like that in here. Garlic powder, you know, whatever you want. Put the lid on this and hope for the best in my blender here. All right, that should be fine. Let's check it out. That was a lot for this little blender cup. Yeah, that's gonna be great. You grab some parchment paper and lay them inside my baking sheets here. So let me grab that. All right, so we're gonna lay the little parchments in there. And actually, I'm gonna move to a space where you can see me better. I'm gonna lightly spray these with some avocado oil spray. I'm gonna pour half of this, so that's about half. I'm gonna spread that out on there. And then I'm going to get a spatula, get the rest of that out of there. You don't wanna waste anything. Okay, I'm just going to spread this out into a thin layer. I would say, I don't know, maybe like a 1/4 inch thick. You don't want it to be too thin because you don't want it to fall apart, but yet you don't want it to be too thick either because it's a flatbread. So just kind of guesstimate a good amount for it to be. All right, I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. All right, so there you go. You just kind of spread it out like that. Then I always do like a little tap just to kind of make it even. All right, these are gonna go in the oven. So now I'm going to prepare my bacon. I'm gonna be using the Never Any no sugar added bacon from Aldi. I like this brand, it's clean in ingredients. And so I'm gonna get them in my air fryer here. I get a lot of people that ask me what air fryer I use. I have had this air fryer since I started this YouTube channel. Not too long after when I started picking up subscribers, I think this was one of my first companies that contacted me, wanted to send me something for me to show in my videos. and it is the Z-Star air fryer. I have two of them because I got this one for free, or the other one, I don't know which one I got for free, and I liked it so much that I bought one for here at the lake, because at that time we were living in the other house, and so I was so used to using that air fryer that when I came to the lake I wanted to have one for here. So my water's just running. I was filling my little dish pan with water to wash the dishes, and so I liked the air fryer so much that I ended up buying one on my own for the lake. Well, then once we moved here, I had duplicates of everything because, you know, there's certain things that I like and I wanted to have it at both houses. And I ended up making a lot of donations to the thrift store of things that I had duplicates of, but I did not get rid of my other Z-Star air fryer because I like it so much that for some reason, if this one was to quit working, I would have a spare, and this thing has been going all these years. So last time I checked, I don't know if it's still that price, but someone had asked me what air fryer I use, and I shared the Amazon link with them, and it was on sale for $99, which is a great price for this air fryer. I will put the link down below if you're interested in it. It has a lot of great little options on it, and I just like it. So I have my bacon going in the air fryer. I'm going to wash some iceberg lettuce, slice it up. Same thing with the tomato. Get that all ready to go on my wrap so I can have a BLT today, because I influenced myself yesterday when I made that BLT for our friend that I wanted one. I've wanted one ever since I made it. So that's what I'm having today. So I'll be back. All right, while everything is baking and air frying and all that, I want to talk to you a little bit about increasing protein and lowering the fat. So that's something that I've been doing over the past few months. I want to eat a lot of protein. I think it's important, but I want to limit the amount of dietary fat that I take in, only because I am being successful at my weight loss from lowering my fat content down from what I was eating. I was eating too much. Fat is important. Dietary fat's important. It's good for you. It's good for your hormones. It's good for your brain. It's good for healing. It's good for a lot of different things, okay? I was eating too much of it, and so I have backed off on that, and I've been eating leaner proteins and still having dietary fat, but just less, okay? I want to make my wrap high protein. I want to have a lot of meat on my wrap. Now, my wrap is made out of cottage cheese, and it's made out of eggs, and I'm going to be putting bacon on it, and lettuce and tomato and mayonnaise. But I want to increase the protein in the wrap a little more and not add so much fat. Now, I could put 5 or 6 slices of bacon on that wrap, which is typically what I would do if I was eating like a BLT or something like that. I would pile on the bacon. So now, instead of putting 4 or 5 or 6 slices of bacon on my BLT, I am going to be putting a couple of slices of turkey breast. I like this brand right here. This is Simple Nature from Aldi. It is their organic turkey breast. It's very clean in ingredients. I don't like to eat a lot of lunch meats and a lot of really processed meats, but once in a while, I think it's fine, especially if you're finding something that's clean in ingredients. If you like to snack during the day, this is perfect to have on hand. You could have 3 or 4 of these slices rolled up, have a little bit of cottage cheese on the side, and you're gonna have a really nice little snack or even a meal. So I'm going to put a few slices of this on my wrap, and I'm only gonna put a couple of pieces of bacon on the wrap. So my protein is going to be high on this wrap, but my fat is going to be a little bit lower because I'm switching out some of the bacon, not all of it, some of it, for this. Now that I'm adding turkey, is that considered like a turkey club? I guess so. You could call it a turkey club. Started out to be a BLT, but then I thought, you know what? I want to increase my protein, so I'm going to add this. So now I guess it is a turkey club. All right. I'll be back. All right. So I just got done adding all of the ingredients for my wrap into my carb manager. And I'm getting ready to pull the cottage cheese flatbread out of the oven. It's almost done. And I'm gonna let it cool for a few minutes before I put it all together, and I'll show you that. But I wanted to talk about the protein. Adding 3 slices of this, 3 thin slices of this to my wrap, it's going to add 18 grams of protein, 1.5 grams of fat, and 0 carb. And so it's a very little thing to add those 3 thin slices to the wrap, but it's going to increase my protein by so much more. So my protein for my first meal is going to be 54.6 grams of protein. And that's awesome for one meal. Having 2 slices of the bacon, 3 slices of the turkey, and then I'm going to have lettuce and tomato, which I added into my macros as well, and my mayonnaise. Now my mayonnaise, if I'm going to put a tablespoon, I'm going to try to do less than a tablespoon, but if I use a tablespoon of mayonnaise, I use the avocado mayonnaise, it's going to be 100 calories. So that's the kind of things to think about if you're watching your calorie intake. So my carbs for this meal is going to be 8.3 grams. My calories is going to be 436. My fat is going to be 23.6 grams, which is really good. It's low, but I'm still getting some fat in, and my protein 54.6. So that's a really great way to start the day. You can see right there my little graph, and I'm going to put it together and I'll be right back. So this is my flatbread here. Got 2 of them. Came out nice. I'm going to let them cool, and then I'm going to throw this together. All right, so I've got my mayonnaise on here. I've got 3 slices of turkey. I've got some bacon. I'm going to put some lettuce and tomato on here and wrap it all up. All right, so this is my club sandwich wrap. Looks delicious. I'm gonna try it out. Really good. Lots of protein. It's gonna be filling. I'll be back later. The end of the day, and I've already eaten my dinner, and I had a snack. And the guys are here. They didn't go out hunting tonight. The weather's kind of crummy. It's like really foggy, and it's raining, and they decided to stay in, and they're in the living room right now watching hunting videos. So I snuck in here to tell you about how the rest of my day of eating went. So I have here on my phone my macros for the day. I will put a little video right here on the side of my dinner. So I ended up having a strip steak from Butcher Box. It was very good, grass-fed. It was about 8 ounces. And then I had a 1/2 cup of cottage cheese. I finished up what was left in the carton after I made my little flatbread earlier today. And then I made a salad for us all. I had iceberg lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes, cheddar cheese. I put my homemade ranch dressing on there, and I measured everything out. Now remember, my wrap earlier was 54 something grams of protein. My dinner was 90.2 grams of protein. So I'll tell you my totals in a minute because I did have a snack too. And then my fat was 31 grams for the entire dinner. My calories was 671 calories for my dinner. My total carbs was 10.6 grams. There is the little graph that shows that. Then I made some protein ice cream in my Ninja Creamy. Looks like the cat's coming through again, sorry. The protein ice cream was made out of macadamia nut milk, Greek yogurt, plain low fat, and then I also had a scoop of the Equip vanilla prime protein powder in there. So I had that as a little snack in between my wrap that I had earlier and my steak that I had tonight. I had that around 2:30 today. Now I'm going to give you my total macros for the day since I am showing you all of it. My protein total for today was 177.1 grams of protein. My target is 175. So I went over, and that's great. My fat was 64.7 grams. My target is about 78 grams. So I stayed under with my fat, which is good. My calories for the day was 1,336 calories. My calorie allotment that I typically try to stay under every day is 1,750. So I was 414 calories under. My total carbs today was 25.7 grams of total carbs. And I'm going to turn this around and let you see. Now I screenshot this with my phone, and for some reason I have this big blurb of yellow over here, but that is the end of my day of eating. So I'm stuffed, and I'm not going to be having anything else tonight to eat. So that's going to be it for me for a day of eating. I'm actually going to go out to the garage and grab a sparkling water. I like to drink plain, unflavored sparkling water. I like the Aldi brand. And I like to add a shot of apple cider vinegar in that at night. Apple cider is supposed to have some really good benefits for you when you drink it in the evening. So I've been having that, a little shot in my sparkling water, and that's going to be it for me for the rest of the day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Now make sure you comment down below what you think would be a good name for Ed's side-by-side. Keep in mind the beautiful candy apple red, and that it's fast, and that it's tiny, but it's mighty. Think of all those kind of things and try to come up with either a name or vote on one of the names that we like. We have come up with Red Rider, Red Rocket, Red Blaze, and what else did we come up with? Red Rider, Red Sled. Comment down below what you think we should call that thing. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you really soon. God bless.